Hello, friends and family. This is Dr. Valerie Mukanga with Healing Wings Dental. Healing Wings Dental is the wonderful place where we help our patient gain or maintain their oral health. And today we're here to speak about 5 tips to improve your oral health. So, what are 5 tips that you want to keep in mind in order to maintain or make sure that you are improving in your oral health? So 5 tips. The first tip, what I want you to understand and realize is the importance of oral health. Because if you understand the importance of a thing, then you're going to be more likely to actually value it and follow through with the steps. So, understanding, first of all, understanding that oral health is tied into the rest of your body. So, there's an intimate relationship or correlation between your oral health and or your overall health or your integral health, the health of your entire body. And when I come to talk about that, is because some people, even you can see that people don't really see the correlation, because when they come to our office, many times when you give them the medical history, they don't understand, or sometimes they don't disclose everything about their health because they feel like it's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. In fact, there are some things, that as dentists we are able to diagnose, um, that maybe your physician is not going to notice necessarily, because that's what we are trained, to do, to see lesions in your mouth or conditions in your mouth that can actually affect the rest of your body. So that being said, I also like to bring about, I remember yesterday I was talking to a lady that, was talking about oral health and how it was important, but maybe not as important, or not maybe not as crucial as your oral health, because it doesn't actually cause death. And I actually was able to enlighten her by telling her the story of my uncle who actually passed away because she said, because of what? And I said he had an infection in his mouth and ended up having a stroke and passed. And she was extremely shocked. I said, yeah, these are things that happen. So she said, so basically poor oral health can actually to lead to death. And I said, yes, there are many things that can happen, because when you think about it, when the infection travels from your mouth, it goes through the same blood vessels that are going to go all the way to your heart or all the way to your brain. And one of my good friends loved to say that the mouth is found right in the middle of your brain and your heart. So basically, understanding the importance of oral health will help you understand why it's important and how it can affect the rest of your body. It can affect also even your mental health, which really rules out how you're going to live your life, how you're going to maneuver, with your life. Because a lot of people, because of poor oral health, whether it being pain or they don't really like their aesthetic, it causes them to go into depression or maybe hide and not live their best life. So understanding the importance of oral health is crucial. That's the first key. The second key I want to talk about, or the second tip, is understanding that what you eat, many people say you are what you eat, and that's true. It's also true as far as your oral health. If you eat proper food, if you eat food that is not so carcinogenic, that's a big fancy word to say that leads to cavities. If you eat proper food, you're going to make sure or ensure that you have a good outcome as far as your oral health. So there's some things that you want to avoid and something that you definitely want to start eating, and be more mindful about eating. What you don't want to eat is you want to decrease the amount of sugar that you actually ingest. And why do I say that? How does actually sugar lead to cavities? Well, you have bacteria in your mouth, and you have some good ones, some bad ones. So bad bacteria is actually, they're going to feast off of food, the food that's in your mouth, and so they're going to eat on that sugar type of food, and they're going to process it, right? And the byproduct or the waste product would be acid. And what that acid is going to do is that it's going to start attacking your teeth. So that's how you end up having cavities. And they manifest in many different ways. Sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't really see, but we have all the tools to be able to detect that. So yes, making sure that you eat the right food. And so what you don't want to do is eating bad food. It's not just sugar or food loaded with sugar, but as I say here in the US, it's kind of funny because sugar is found in everything. I mean, believe it or not, like us in Africa, I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. We don't put sugar in meat, but here even in chicken, when I watch, cooking shows and things like that, which I love doing, we see that they actually put sugar, to season the chicken. So there's some things that, it might not just be your candies, your cookies, your cakes, and all of that, but just read your labels and see, what you're actually ingesting. Besides that, there's some food that actually adhere to your teeth, right? And so like things like chips, things that just stay on your teeth and actually create like a good, environment where bacteria are going to strive at doing what they do best. So you want to make sure that you eat good food. You want to eat food that is high in fiber. That's going to help you, clean things out and such food. So nutrition is the second tip I was going to talk about. The third tip, for your third tip, we want to talk about oral hygiene. And number one, which is my third tip, is making sure that you're brushing your teeth properly. When I say brushing your teeth properly, many people just they brush the surfaces of the teeth themselves. And when you look at them, it looks really good. There are some patients that come in and you look at them and the teeth themselves, they're clean. You don't really see plaque. You don't really see tartar or calculus, as we call it, hard plaque. But, when you start looking around their gums are bleeding. And so that means that the health of your gum is not pristine, it's not good. And so when you brush your teeth, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're aiming the bristles of your toothbrush at the gingival margin. So the area between your gum and your teeth, you don't want to neglect that, because that's where, food is actually hiding in. And so, that not only can you get cavities, but also you can start developing gum disease, either infection at the gum level or at the bone level, the bone that supports your teeth underneath your gum. So you want to make sure that you brush properly. That's my third tip. And besides that, you want to make sure that you're selecting a good toothbrush, because if you select a good toothbrush, you will make sure that your gums stay healthy. That being said, we recommend a soft bristle toothbrush, because if you go and use like a hard one, many people believe that the harder the bristles, the better the cleaning, and it's not quite so, because it can also like kind of like damage your gums. So you want to keep that in mind. My fourth tip for the day is for you to make sure that you actually flossing your teeth. So flossing, why is that important? Because no matter, and you look at your toothbrush, and the bristles are so small, but they are too big, they're too thick, they don't reach the areas between your teeth. So you want to make sure that you're flossing in a C motion. So you're going to use your floss in a manner that is going to scrape around the surfaces of your teeth. And your teeth are not straight, so they kind of curve. So you want to curve. Also, make your floss follow the curvature of your teeth. So flossing is very good, and I liken flossing like, say, the areas between your stove and the counter. There's some small cracks, and you have to make sure that you're cleaning those areas. If you don't, then it's going to be very dirty. And so you can have surfaces of teeth that are great. I mean, you're brushing well, but if you don't floss, you're not addressing those areas. And so you can start developing cavities there. And those are many times we see people, they don't really have cavities on the chewing surfaces of the teeth. But between the teeth, when you look at the radiograph, there are so many cavities that are developing or have developed. So flossing, that's my number 4 tip for the day. My 5th tip for the day is making sure that you actually go and visit the dentist on a regular basis. What does regular basis mean? Regular basis means twice a year, because that we can actually look at things, we can prevent things, we can also treat things so that they don't become a bigger problem than they may already be. And if you don't necessarily have issues, then we're able to provide you with a dental cleaning that's going to help you remove, we're going to be helping you remove the tartar or the hard plaque that actually gets caked on and that actually hugs onto your teeth, and it's at a level that you're no longer able to clean them at your own home. So those are my 5 tips for the day. Number 1, understanding that oral health is tied into your overall health. Number 2, making sure that you eat properly, eat good food, avoid bad food. Number 3 is going to be making sure that you're brushing properly. And brushing properly, you want to brush at least twice a day, morning and night. Number 4 is going to make sure that you're flossing your teeth at least once a day. And number 5 is making sure that you get routine checkup so that we can keep things in check for you. So those are my 5 tips for the day. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So if you have found this information to be valuable to you, don't hesitate to send it to your friends and family. Share with them, because you want them to also learn this great information that you have just heard about. And also, if you haven't yet, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel or like us or follow us. You can do so on our social media handles, either on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, even on LinkedIn. And if you have some questions about this subject, please don't hesitate to put a comment below. Ask us your question, and we will make sure that you answer them. And why not? We could also create a video to answer the questions that you may have. So again, I'm Dr. Valerie Mukanga. I am the owner of Healing Wings Dental, and we are here to help you. If you are located where we are, well, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are in Arlington. Healing Wings Dental is located at 4101 West Green Oaks Boulevard, suite number 317 in Arlington, Texas. Our zip code is 76016. You can call us. Our phone number is 972-213-0202, or on our website, you can also request an appointment at www.healingwingsdental.com. All right, you have a fantastic rest of the day, and we will see you next week. Be blessed. Bye-bye.